Aloha, sir. Make sure our instrument's in tune, and for next week, make sure that your instrument's in tune so we don't take the first 5 minutes of our adventure together and then have that being just us doing tuning. Remember, if you have any questions, you could just take your Spidey exercise, first finger, first fret, second finger, second fret, third finger, third fret, fourth finger, fourth fret, and then that fourth finger extension, that's the A note. Well, at the fifth fret, the E, the sixth string, makes the same tone as the note above it. So they should be pretty close. If not, you need to adjust it with your tuning pegs so it does. The next one's going to be A at the fifth, and then it makes a D. The next one is going to be at the fifth fret on the D string. It's going to make a G note. And then on the G string, we go to the fourth fret. Just one spider, right? That note right there is going to be a B, the note right above it. And then when we take that fifth fret approach again, that E right there is going to be the E above it. When we play an E major, we should get a pretty solid sound. So every time we play another chord, it sounds pretty good. So what we're going to do today and we're going to talk about is our spider exercises are our warm-up. So when we play down, 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 if we're not tackling the whole clarity of the notes, that's because there's 2 or 3 things happening right now. One, our elbows probably sitting on our legs, so take a deep breath, sit up, look up at the sky. I would suggest looking in an iPad or a mirror reflecting back. If you do a mirror, just make sure you're sitting up straight and looking directly at your fingers. The reason why it's kind of cool is because when we're together, that's what you should be doing, just looking at my fingers. When we talk about scales, our brain sees it in both ways. All of these scales we're going to eventually get to play them in all their different positionings, and these are the things that make that magic. On this fretboard. But the concept is we do chords, we do a little bit of finger work, and it all works together with our first 2 episodes, spider lessons and then teeter-totters. One of the things we were doing this week, though, I'd really like you to focus on is to play just the low E note. Get that droning, yeah? Put your first finger on the A string at the 7th fret, and then you're going to skip a finger, skip a fret, and play the 9th with your 3rd finger. Now you can either bar both those notes or use your pinky right below it. So you're going to be playing the open E, the A string at the 7th for an E note. You're going to be playing the 9th on the D and the 9th on the G for collectively a B and an E. It's going to give you 1, 5, 1. This is a 5 chord or a power chord. So what I like to do is have you go down, 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 down. And when you're doing this, count out loud. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Maybe play loudly on the E, on the 1 and the 3. Meaning, we kind of mute the chords our fingers are over. Yeah. And then when we go 1 E and a 2 E and a, we press down and let it ring right through it. 1 E and a 2 E and a. You can even go down a whole step to the D. Dare I say, go down another whole step to the C. Down a half step this time. Back up to the beginning. You can put the accent on anything you want. This is what we're going to be practicing this week and doing a review next week to see if we can do the muting on a full chord and then go down in a cadence. This cadence is called an Andaluvian cadence. Not that you need to know that, but what we notice, it's going to sound like. There are a lot of cadences which are close to that, like brain stew. I'm having trouble trying to sleep. Past the point of delirium. Those chords we will learn, but this is the concept, to be able to play a chord and get the percussion aspect of it behind it. And all really relies on these. 1 E and a 2 E and a E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, or those are eighth notes at that point. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. We could go all the way up to 64th notes before it becomes a blur. Other than that, we're going to practice some more rhythm, practice some more notes, and then I'll answer any questions you have about your chord reviews. E major, E minor, A major, A minor, D major, D minor, C major, C minor, G major, G minor, F major, F minor, B major, B minor, and then we have a whole variations of things that we've asked you to do, like E, teeter-totter that over to the E with the second fingering, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. You don't need to know the names of the notes or the chords at this point, but you eventually will start playing chords and songs, and those songs will become memorized as we memorize concepts like notes, scales, measures, tempos. I understand there's a lot of vocab, but the basic thing we're looking for is that the things we're doing with both of our hands are fun and they come naturally, all right? It's good seeing you. We'll see you next week.